Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gerard and you are joining me in the upper side of South Africa. What we are going to do over the next couple of days is shooting some rock hyrax called Dassie in SA and some pigeons hopefully. Myself and my friend Kevin is out here in a small little bungalow here in the mountains, and we're going to stay here for a couple of days and just enjoy ourselves and hopefully get some awesome footage for you guys to enjoy. So sit back, relax, and it's going to be a good one. The gun that we're going to use for the next few days is my FX Crown Mark II in a Saber Tactical chassis. This is the ultimate bench configuration, but also works amazingly for hunting adventures like this. Just took out the crown quickly to zero the gun. There is my first 5 shots, and then I brought the scope back in again, and there's my second 5 shots over here, and that looks much better. This is out at about 60 yards, so very happy with that. The H&N slugs are flying beautifully through this gun, and this is what we're going to use for today's hunt. So yeah, coffee first and then we'll head out. With the gun filled with air and slugs, we make our way down towards the mountainside on foot. The farmer have a lot of problems with the Dassies here, eating his fruit trees. We hide ourselves between the trees, and from here it is a waiting game. After being dead still for a while and glassing the rock face, I spot my first Dassie. First one down. 47 yards. Now this is the first time using H&N slugs to hunt Dassies, and I must say, I was really surprised how hard the slugs hit. The crown is mounted in a Saber Tactical chassis which has an Arca Swiss rail and works awesome on a tripod. First Dassie, the crown, next shot. This is really a good shot from Kevin. He really timed this shot well between all the twigs in front of him. Perfectly headshot, H&N slugs. I'm shooting the 25 grain today, 217, and I'm shooting them at 955 feet per second, and I'm very happy with the impact on these Dassies. You can hear that the slug expanded very well, and I mean, you can see by the footage. With the morning past, we decided to head down to the farmyard. Earlier that morning, the farmer told us that there's big flocks of doves roosting in his farm buildings and machinery. Upon arrival, we did not waste any time and got straight back to work. Down she goes, 47 yards.
Another one down, 47 yards.
Now if you look closer at the H&N slug, you will see that it does not have a huge hollow point, but it does expand very well. Here's a dove I shot at 20 yards, and by watching the slow-mo replay here, we can clearly see how good the slug expand and shatter into pieces. For me as a hunter, this is a big plus, especially when it comes down to pest control and hunting situations. Straight down, close one, 30. Straight down, 61 yards. If you guys are wondering what scope I'm using on this crown, it is the Element Nexus. It's a MOA with a EHR 1C reticle. Down she goes, 77 yards. I put this H&N slug perfectly in the head, and this goose had no chance. And might I add, the sideshot camera system that I'm using with this scope is just a match made in heaven. Egyptian goose down, very happy with that shot, 77 yards, perfectly in the head. H&N slug did an awesome job, nice loud thud. at 955 feet per second. As I said, this gun is a laser beam, and yeah, just very happy with the setup so far. The next morning we woke up to yet another perfect day out here in the mountains. We had our sights back on the Dassies again, and after a warm brew of coffee we headed out. Our plan this morning was to lay down prone on a high mountain hill and wait for the Dassies to make their appearance. For me, headshots on monkeys and Dassies is the best way to put them down clean and humane. I wish no suffering on any animal that I hunt. We make our way down the mountain and stage ourselves on the same place as the day before. Kevin takes the next shot and delivers a 25 grain 8-inch slug perfectly to the head. With this footage you can see that this Dassie had no chance, and that slug expanded very well on impact. It was time to retrieve the Dassies, so I made my way up the mountain to quickly go and collect them.
First Dassie taken with the crown in the Saber Tactical stock. Awesome combination. 8-inch slugs, perfect.
With the Dassies down, we decided to take them down to the farm workers so they can get them prepped and ready for tonight's meal. In the same breath, we decided to go down to the farmyard as well to knock down some more pest birds. Little house sparrow, down. Down she goes, 32. Down she goes, 42 yards. If you see a big puff of dust mixed with some feathers, it's always a good indication of a lot of energy being dumped on your target. The next morning we got word that a big rainstorm was heading our way. We knew our window for shooting Dassies and birds is going to close soon. So we decided to skip our morning coffee and get straight down to business. From the sound report I got from this shot, I knew that the projectile velocity versus my weight ratio is perfect. Kevin managed to track down the other Dassie that ran away and delivers a perfect shot where he was sitting behind the bush. Dassie down, another perfect headshot. H&N slug did a very good job, and I must say that I'm very happy with the crown. This gun is an absolute laser beam with the slugs at the moment, and I'm going to take this little bad boy with, and there's some farm workers not far away from us and we're going to go give them to them. They like to cook up the Dassies and it makes a nice meal for them and for their families. We came back to the bungalow to catch up on our morning coffee that we missed and do some target shooting just for fun. And to go with our good coffee, a good target session is always a good idea. The farmer also decided to join us here, and he took a shot and an energy drink with his 45 caliber pistol. I managed to catch this right through my scope cam, and it was amazing to see. Just before the rain started to trickle down on us, I managed to take another 2 shots on a few pest birds. Straight down, 44 yards on a house sparrow. Well, unfortunately our week came to end up here in the mountains. It was an awesome ride. Myself and Kevin had so much fun up here, just enjoying ourselves, doing some target shooting, shooting some Dassies, and obviously, like you guys can see, this last day was a little bit of pigeon and dove shooting here on this farm, and very happy with the Saber Tactical setup that I used for this week. This gun performs well. The Saber Tactical chassis is just amazing. Can't say anything negative about it. It just works. And then obviously, like, the Mark II crown is always just a winner. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Thanks for joining me for this one. Thanks for Kevin behind the camera for supporting me and joining me on this hunt. Always nice to have good friends on hunting situations like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.